Hi everyone, I'm Andrea and this is your Career Academy tip of the week. So this week I thought I'd share my resume writing process. So I've been a certified resume writer before and had my own business, and so I've created resumes for people all over the country. And there is a certain way that I go about trying to get information out of the person I'm working with and really being able to create a document that markets them, and highlights their skills and their strengths. So when I think about resume writing, for me, I'm really trying to tell the person's story. It's very focused on exactly what the direction they want to go in, but I'm really trying to showcase who they are, how they're different from another candidate, and what they bring to the table. So the first question that I ask is, so tell me what you're looking for, because that's going to be extremely important, and that's really where you should start, is finding out what are you looking for, what type of job or what type of experience. That's why in another video I talk about job descriptions and how important they are. It's the same type of thing. You have to have a starting place and you have to have a goal. So you can't just write a general, you can write a general resume, but it's going to look like a general resume. You need to really think through, okay, what is the job I'm going for and what are they going to be looking for on a resume? So that's usually where I start. Second, I jump down to the work history. I bypass summary statements and skill sections because those come later. I look at the work history and I walk the person through it, asking questions. Just tell me about everything you did. We start at a job and then we just say, I just ask them, okay, tell me everything you did. Don't hold back. And through that process of listening, they'll have questions and I'll start to see certain things, certain strengths that they have, and I'll ask detailed questions. So tell me what it was like before you got there. Was there some things that you did that weren't there before? Did you create anything? Did you build a system? Were you able to increase customer relationships or decrease errors? I start to ask those questions to pull out the achievement-oriented sentences. Then I'll start to ask more questions to try to get to their strengths. So I'll ask what their top 3 or 5 strengths are. I want to know what they think about themselves. And then I'll start to ask, tell me about your favorite job, or tell me about your favorite thing that you've ever done in your career. And that's hitting more on the emotional side of work. So usually when we think about a resume, we are thinking about the tasks that we did, and we don't go into the emotion. But we're not just non-emotional people. When we go to work, there are things that we truly enjoy and things that we don't. And many times the things that we enjoy are the things that are part of our strengths. So asking what was my favorite thing I've ever done is going to be really, it's going to hit on, that's probably one of your strengths. Another question I ask is, what are you most proud of? And that's similar to what is your favorite thing, where you're going to hit on the emotions of work and they're going to speak about something that they did really well, or something they learned that was challenging. And so then you really get into the strengths. Then after I finish those questions, I start to think strategically about how I'm going to lay out the resume. Are there things that need to be overcome, like job gaps, or missing skills, or are there things that need to be highlighted? Should we create a career highlights section, or are there certain skills that need to be brought up top, or training or education that the employer will see right away? So I'll start to think through how it should be laid out, what type of format should be used, and just making sure that it looks good. So I hope that was helpful. Feel free to try some of those questions on your own to really hone in on what sets you apart from other candidates, and what are your strengths and skills that you bring to the table that you can put into your resume. If you have any questions or you really want to look through your resume again with me, you can call, email, or text me. I hope you have a good weekend.